Hi guys! For today's video we are setting up my D20 picks page. Basically the whole concept of this page is I pick 20 books, I write them down on those little bits of paper there, shove them in the envelopes, and when it comes to using this little section, I roll a d20, and the number on the d20 corresponds to the number of the book I read. It's not an original concept. I've seen a few people doing it. It's just I have a load of dice, and I was trying to think of ways to use them, and this was the idea that came to me. I did use this in last year's journal. I think I knocked out like 3 of the books. So the materials that we are using, the current tape that I'm trying to dislodge from its backing is Journal Say tape. The little tape that's on a tape thing, that's from Journal Say, and then everything else that is washi tape or PTA tape is Journal Say. The envelopes and the little pieces of paper are from a letter writing set that I've had for a really long time, and no longer have because I used all the paper up in this journal. I basically took some paper out of my bullet journal from this year. That is no more because it kind of collapsed after I pulled a load of papers out of it. Stuck the letter paper to the back of it just to decorate the back, and then the dotted grid side is what I'll write my list on. I don't have my list written on in this video, but when I do my fully finished flip through, that I will show you the list in that video. I really don't know what to talk about in this video. I do love that lavender field tape. I don't think I have any more of it left, which is disappointing. But, you know, we buy these things to use them, not for them to sit in a drawer, which is what a lot of my washi tape does end up doing. My nemesis, the pet tape. So yeah, I'm just, tying this into the rest of the fantasy theme. Still wrestling with that tape. Oh, there we go, I've got it. I'm pretty new to doing voiceovers. Like, all these journal videos are done with voiceover. But I really just don't know what to talk about. I don't have a very active lifestyle. I don't go out and do much, so I haven't been reading either, because setting up this reading journal has cut into a lot of my reading time, because it takes a lot of work to set up these pages. I mean, a couple of them have taken me nearly 4 hours to set up. This one not so much. This one's pretty fast to spread. But yeah, setting up the reading journal, it takes a while. So and then obviously like editing and voiceovers. I've done it over the course of like a few days as well, so it's obviously cut into my reading time. We're struggling with this tape. I think I'm gonna struggle to get it down the way I want it to. I really wanted to put more effort into this reading journal than I did last year's reading journal. Have it like more aesthetically pleasing to me, because last year's journal I kind of just threw it together very close to the end of the year because I got the journal on Christmas Day, and then I kind of felt like I needed to get it done before the year started. So it just wasn't that great, so I wasn't really interested in using it when I finally had it all set up, because it just wasn't aesthetically pleasing to me, even though I'm the one who set it up. And like I mentioned, I ended up misplacing it halfway through the year and it didn't really get used. Here I am putting down that other washi tape. This washi tape is sadly no more. I used it all up. But this is a notebook therapy set washi tape. It came in a set, like in a box. I don't know if they still have the box. If they do, I might re-get it because I do like this washi tape. It's one of my favorites that I've used. But yeah, this is more of a simple setup. Putting it across the bottom there as well. There's not really much function to this page either. It just kind of holds my list, and I didn't want to put it in there as a list, so I've sort of like thought of a more creative way of doing it. Because I could have just written the list out on the paper and just left it like that, but I wanted something a little bit more creative, something more aesthetic. So I do glue these envelopes on. Oh, excuse me. I do glue these envelopes on, and I use those to separate my lists across two lists. So I think I've got 1 to 10 in that one envelope, and then 11 to 20 in the other envelope. I'm coming in with my craft knife now to open up that section where the pages What am I off camera doing? I might be taking the back off of the book. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I'm working on taking the back off of this tape. I'm gonna put that across the top. So again, a journal, say tape. Oh. We're getting very close to Christmas now. We only have 7 days left till Christmas Eve. I'm just making sure that this tape's going down okay. Now we're coming in with these envelopes again. Like I said, I'm not really sure what to talk about other than what I'm doing on the page. I have been reading. I read a little bit last night. I'm currently reading The Christmasaurus. I think it's a children's book, but I thought it looked really cute and I thought it'd be a nice Christmas read. So I decided to pick it up. I got the whole series because I'm notorious for buying a whole series before I read the first book. And I managed to pick them up on Vinted very cheaply, so I don't think I'm going to get another book in before the end of Christmas though. I might possibly do a book haul video because I'm getting books for Christmas, and on Boxing Day I believe I'm doing a little trip to Waterstones to do a Waterstone shop, but I don't know how much I'll buy. It will probably be the last haul video, like the last haul of books that I actually buy, like go and buy for a while, because next year I am limiting my purchases. I think the most that will be coming in is my Fairy Loot, which actually I've been told by Every they're expecting my parcel for Fairy Loot, so I should get that pretty soon. And I might do a video of unboxing that. And I think I've mentioned in a previous video that I cancelled the subscription to the box I get with my nail things, because honestly the last two sets were a really bad experience. And the last set, not the set that I've got on in this video, but the last set I put on only lasted like a couple of hours, and then they came off, and when they've come off they've taken the length of my nail with it and just tore up my actual nails. So yeah, I'm not using them anymore. I've unsubscribed, and I'm going to be, I think I mentioned it earlier, I'm going to reallocate. Oh, there's my potions page that I set up in the last video. I'll leave a card up in the corner if anybody's interested in watching the setup for that page. Gonna sneak peek there if you haven't already seen it. But yeah, I'm gonna reallocate the nails fund to Lumicrate boxes. I put myself on the waiting list for their horror box and their sci-fi box. I think it's Starlight. And I can't remember what the name of the horror box is. I think it's After Dark. But I don't have a lot of horror or sci-fi. So I thought, I'll put myself on the waiting list for those and try them out, because from Fairy Loot I get the romance and young adult, so I didn't want to get romance from Lumicrate and then run the risk of getting like duplicates. Although I'm sure if I did end up getting duplicates, they would go in the little free library, but that would be a bit of a waste of my money. Because I've tried selling stuff on Vinted and it's stressful. For me at least, I find it really stressful. So I typically, if I get extra books, I will take the extras down to my local supermarket. Has a free library. I typically don't go out and buy duplicates of books. I know there are some people out there that go and buy like every single special edition of a book. Nothing wrong with that. If that's how you want to spend your money, it's your money. You can do what you want. I personally don't, but I do upgrade. So if I have a paperback of a book and then a special edition comes out, I'll upgrade that paperback to a special edition. I did that with One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. I did that with the Powerless series. What else have I done it with? I've done it with the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, which I already know I'm getting the hardback editions of those for Christmas. I upgraded my Fourth Wing and Iron Flame to hardbacks, and those were second hand. I brought a lot of my books come second hand, so typically if I upgrade, I'll donate the paperback or the previous copy. It's like I have the standard hardback edition of When the Moon Hatched, but I know I'm getting the special edition for Christmas. I know what I'm getting for Christmas because I typically order my Christmas presents. My husband picks them and then I buy them, because he wants to make sure he gets me something that I want or that I will enjoy. So typically he shows me or tells me, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Buy it, wrap it up from me. So I typically know like what I'm getting for Christmas and what everybody else is getting for Christmas. I did get a really lovely copy of Phantasma for my birthday. I was given a Waterstones gift card, so I pre-ordered it and I was like, ooh. Hopefully it's good. Don't tell me if it's not. But no, next year, I'm coming in with these gold stars. I used these gold stars on a previous page, and then I was putting this page together and I was like, well, I've put gold stars on like one page, now I need to kind of like incorporate them into other pages to try and like make that page not look so off. So I threw some gold stars on here. Oh, I'm struggling. As is life. I got these to use for like star ratings on books when I was like using a different journal because I lost my reading journal. I brought another journal and I was going to use these as like gold stars, but I brought stickers instead because I felt like they were too big. Because I just had them laying around. I didn't go out and purposefully buy them for the journal. However, we are getting very close to the end of this video now, so if you have enjoyed the video, please like. If you want more content, subscribe. And I don't know, comment if you want. That's the page done. Thank you for watching. Bye.